Future Stars is officially here. I'm your boy Slater, and as we always do with the new promo team, we go through every single player that was released, and I tell you what I think about the card, maybe where they might net out in price, and if they're a good card, 2-pack. So Future Stars looks absolutely tremendous. You'll notice here in the objective category, we have a Chalaba player pick as well in milestones. So let's go ahead and dive into these cards and see whether or not these are, as OP as they look or how they play in game. By the way, if you enjoy the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We do daily content reviews and team reviews as well. Now, jumping over to Mr. Chalaba. So we've had something like this every time Future Stars come out in terms of an upgradable card that you get like multiple versions of, and you can tell there's a 79, 83, an 85, and then an 88, right? And so when you get to the end of Trevor Chalaba's run, you have the option of his CDM or center back card. So his CDM card looks very strong. The passing is brilliant. You don't need to touch that. I would probably give him just a shadow. It seems like the very easy choice. Boost that acceleration sprint speed up, make him a fantastic defender of the ball. 70 jumping is irrelevant. 83 stam should be good enough, especially as a pure DM. I'm assuming he's medium. I wish he was medium high, but it's not a huge deal. But the dribbling stats are fantastic. That is a very legit looking pure DM. 6'3". He probably will play much like a Patty Vieira. With that body type and size, you would think that that would be a tremendous DM in the game. Let's go check out his center back version. So his center back version has the same medium, but doesn't have 4-star weak foot. So the DM having 4-star weak foot gives that a lot more versatility as a card. Let's see, how does he compare with that other version? This other version has, let's see, way more shooting, more pace. I mean, considering that the center back version only has better defending and physical, I don't think I would ever take the center back version. I don't think you should ever take the center back version. That seems like a pretty clear cut and obvious. They made the DM version way better. Way better. Okay, I would definitely take the DM version, put a shadow on him, and I would call that a day. Honestly, I don't think that's even that close. Those cards are very different. So let's go over to the player SBC today. Was Arthur Cabral. So this is called like our Talent Scout winner SBC. I don't love this card for a couple different reasons, and I think the biggest one is that his price point, he's an 84 and an 86 overall team, and play them with Correa, and Correa's been a really good card in this game, is an 85 overall team with the team of the week. So Correa is going to become like around 80K or so, and this card will be over 100K, and I just don't think this card is any better at all than that Correa card. He's 3-star, 4-star, Correa's 4-star, 4-star. He has a nice card. I think his physicals are absolutely amazing, and people like physical strikers in this game. Johnny David is getting a lot of love this game for his honorable mention card, and he's very balanced. I mean, he looks like a very nice card. I think I would probably put just a hunter on him if I can find that. Just max out his pace and his shooting stats. He looks like a great striker, right? He's a 94 rated striker in footbin. I think it's a great card. Do not get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that it isn't, but I just think in comparison, when you think of what Correa looks like and his price, that's probably where I would lean. Is I would probably go away from this Arthur Cabral. Now we're gonna get into the base of the actual Future Stars team. So Gakpo's already at 20K, and you know what? I bet you he dips even lower. And a lot of people have Eredivisie sides this year with how reasonable they made some of these players, or if you're still rocking maybe a David Neres, for example, or maybe that Gravenberch is in your team, right? There's a couple different cards that are very usable. He's 4-star, 4-star, really good pace splits, shot power's high, which is what you want the most there. Decent passing, needs maybe a little boost in that long passing. He's exactly what he is as a card. He's a very okay card with an engine. He's rapid, has pretty solid dribbling stats. Reactions are a little bit low, helps that passing out, and makes him probably a decent wide cam, right? Winger wide cam that can create for you a little bit. Nothing special to see here. We'll move on. Next, we have Goncalo Ramos. And let's see. Goncalo Guedes. No. What was his name? There was a center forward or cam or something like that, Future Stars from the Portuguese League that was an absolute baller last year, but I can't remember what his name was. This guy's 3-star, 4-star, which is a bit of a knock. High, medium work rates. Good pace splits. Really nice dribbling. Balanced throughout. Solid shooting. Okay passing. And good physicals. 92 strength is really strong. Is he tall? 6 foot. Okay, so a very in the middle of the road card. Like, doesn't look like he'd be the best striker, but has the body type. And with 4-star, we get 3-star skills, needs to be a striker. So with that being said, I think you put a hunter on him. You hope that the 87 short pass is enough in 1-2s. You leave the dribbling the way it is, and you just max out his shooting. You might even want to look at like maybe a sniper on him, if you want to just make him incredibly physical and help that shot power, or a hawk. I mean, maybe you want to boost both the shot power up to 10, make him just an incredibly physically dominant striker. I think he has to be a striker, though. This guy is in no way, shape, or form a cam by any means. He will net out to be a very cheap card as well. Let's move on to Bultman. So Sven Bultman's been like a very talked about player from a transfer perspective in world football. He's 2-star, 3-star, league owned, which is valuable, medium high work rates. I know people will probably look at this card and think 75 pace is a huge turnoff, but I don't think that you need to have crazy pace. Like Laurent Blanc's mid card is one of my favorite center backs in this game that I use right now, even in the Team of the Year power climb, and he has 79 pace. So if this guy is just organically a good player, he should still be okay. So he has 94 strength, 88 stamina, 85 aggression, 84 jumping. His dribbling stats are actually pretty good. 75 agility and 70 balance is pretty high at the end of the day. I think if you put a shadow on him, he's not a horrible center back. And so many people do league owned sides now. If he becomes really cheap, which it looks like he will, I bet you that's like a very decent budget center back. I wouldn't sleep on that card because of the pace. If you're a good defender, I bet you he isn't a bad card at all. Next, we have Trincao, who is a real baller in real life. He has a Wolves right wing card. He is 70. He's in the 70 to 80K range right now. He'll probably go even cheaper than that. Once again, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. So a lot of these cards are not in the 4-star category yet. Great pace splits. Shooting needs a boost. Passing, this is not as good of a card as people think it is. Great dribbling, but that passing has gotten so bad in this game from the latest patch that you need someone that's really strong in passing. So you need like a maestro maybe? I think it's a maestro. Like a maestro. Boost that shot power, boost that passing, short passing to an 87, vision to a 93, and a long passing to a 90. This is what makes this card a solid card. It's like a wide cam. And then 99 reactions, 99 dribbling. I think if you put a maestro on this guy, he becomes a much more usable card. 3-star weak foot's a bit of the pain in the ass, so he's left-footed, so you can play him on the left or right depending on how you either like to cut in and take shots or come out wide and do maybe a finesse-y. Does he have finesse trait? No, he does not. He's outside the foot, though, so then you can put him anywhere. But this is a card that you need to put a maestro on, I think, at the end of the day. Decent-looking card. I think will be overpriced because he's a Prem player. But should be able to be either a good super sub or like a wide cam, but nothing too special. Now, this is a big-time card. This guy, you think about Niakate's winter wild card, right? And that was a card that climbed up dramatically out of packs. This will probably be a very similar card. 85 pace, 84 dribbling, 80 I mean, those are stunning face card stats for a center back. That is immaculate dribbling. 81 vision, 87 short. This card is fantastic. This card is absolutely fantastic. Put a shadow on him and you're done. This is one of the probably cleaner cards in this promo group. And if he gets into that like 120, 100K, any in that range, the value of this card is spectacular. This guy is a beast. French links are so good. If you have that Niakate, now you have a brilliant link with him as well. So there you go, man. That is a big-time center back. I love that ndicka card. We have Pedro Poro, who had a Seasons card in the past. I think he's had a couple different cards in the past in FIFA. There's a season card. I think he had a card. He had a team of the season maybe last year as well. So Pedro Poro, 3-star, 3-star, not ideal. A really balanced card, right? He has solid dribbling, solid defending, solid physicals, solid passing. He's just 91 shot power. This guy was 4-star, 4-star. He'd actually be such a good a 5-back wing back or a 3-back right mid that comes back and plays on defense. He has that type of card. But since he doesn't have that, you kind of wonder what you want to put on him as a chem style. Whether it be an anchor to make him that much more of a defensive player for your team. I think I probably would put an anchor on him. You don't need to put a shadow. The pace is already strong enough. I think that's probably what I would put. If you want to put him in like the midfield, I'd put an engine on him. Because you're not going to make his shooting good enough for it to be crazy usable. And the shot power hopefully will help him a lot. So if you put an engine on him, make him a really strong dribbler with pace and with passing. And that could be probably a decent box-to-box, like a sub or something like that as well. But the 3-star skill move weak foot is a little bit left to be desired. Now we have Damsgaard. This guy flashed in the Euros. CDI card, which I think is very, very good. The CDI is getting a lot of love lately. 4-star, 4-star. There we go. High-low work rates. Fantastic. He's got a lean body type. He is only 5'11", so I could imagine him feeling a little soaky on the ball. 95 agility, 95 balance. I mean, just beautiful stats. Really solid passing. You don't necessarily need to touch them, but you can. Once again, maybe a maestro on this guy. 95 shot power, 91 short passing, 92 long passing, 95 vision, and then just top tier dribbling stats. This is a brilliant card. 87 stamina. I love this guy. I think this guy, and I think that's a crazy low price. I'm assuming because he's Serie in Danish that he's a tough link for people. But I love this card as a player. I think he looks absolutely breathtaking. Is Mikael Damsgaard. So there's that card. We have Jiao Pedro, another Premier League player that will probably be overpriced because he is in the Premier League. He's 4-star, 4-star. That's very nice. Great pace splits. Shot power is low. We need to work on that. 40 aggression is not an ideal stat. I don't know if that's as valuable in this year as it was in FIFA 21, but that is a valuable stat, especially for a striker. So that does scare me a little bit. And the passing is really, really bad. This card is going to be overvalued in my opinion. Let's see. You need to boost his shooting and passing. So you need to put a maestro on him. This card is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, an 85 you can work with as a pure striker. He's 6 foot, 93 shot power. Great dribbling stats with a maestro. Again, maestro being used a lot on a lot of these players, but I once again, it's a card I look at. Like, Damsgaard is such a better player, but Brazilian Premier League will make this guy more valuable at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't love that card as much as I think he might be valued at. So we'll move on from him. Next is Matheus Cunha. Now, this is a card I can get behind. 4-star, 4-star, Brazilian La Liga, high medium work rates. So everything, we check a lot of great boxes off the beginning of this thing. Oh, his dribbling is not as high as I would anticipate it to be. 85 bounce, 85 reactions is a little bit lower than I would think it would be for this card. His shooting's not as high as it should be either. You know what? This card is not as good as I would have anticipated. Especially for that price point, man. I'm sure he's good in game as a creative wide cam and stuff, but his shooting is low to where you need to boost it. And his passing isn't as good as I would anticipate it to be. And I'd still, even though his dribbling is very balanced throughout, I would want to touch that too. So, I mean, another card where I look at and say you have to put a maestro on this guy. It's like, every card is kind of similar. You need to boost the shot power to compensate for the low finishing and positioning. The composure will help him finish a lot more. If you put a maestro on him, now he has 91 short pass, 86 long pass, and 90 vision. I feel like Nick 28T slap an engine on him type of vibes right now with slap a maestro on this dude. I mean, every card needs a maestro. 95 reactions, 99 dribbling. I mean, that's what I think is probably the best thing for this guy, to be a really good wide cam, central cam, or a wing card. He does look good, but I honestly would have thought that card would be even better. I would have thought that card would be even better. Now, this is a big boy card. Ibrahim Kanate. 3-star skills, 2-star weak foot, medium high work rates. Premier League French, right? Premier League Liverpool French. Just fantastic links. Great pace splits. But when I look at this card off of like a first glance, he has way worse vision than ndicka. He's got less pace splits than ndicka. They have very similar dribbling, and maybe he's slightly better in defending and physical, is what I would think. So to me, I would look at a card like this and think, if you can get that ndicka card in your team instead of this konate card and save 200K, you will not notice a 200K difference. This is once again a card that is valued a lot by the Premier League and maybe not by the actual card. He's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I think this is a great center back. When you look at probably what the value will net out for that ndicka card versus this one, I would probably go with that ndicka card. So he is a beast, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you put a shadow on him, he has 90 plus pace and almost maxed out defending in every single stat besides defensive awareness that matters. He will be a god. I mean, don't get me wrong. He is an absolute god. It's probably more a reflection that maybe he is of value where ndicka is undervalued, right, at the end of the day. But an absolute stud. Don't get me wrong. Let me get rid of these Chalaba SBCs too. Okay, now I move to Chua Mani, who has become a big-time card in this game. Very similar to the Kamavinga of last year, right? This card that was hyped, and he had multiple specials this year with a couple informs. That first inform being one of the first like dominant DMs in the game for such a cheap price. And now he has just an incredible 4-star skill move, 3-star weak foot. Future Stars card. This guy is a pure DM. If you play with him, his body type, he's so big. He's such a wide body that he is 100% a DM. This is not a box-to-box card. I don't care what the stats tell you. He is a DM, and his passing is immaculate. His physicals are immaculate. The fact that he can shoot, I mean, my concern is that even though he has all the stats that would make him a box-to-box, I just don't think he's going to be quick and nimble enough to give him that. But if you run like maybe a 3 center mid team, like a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow or 4-3-1-2, where you can have your other center mids fill in if he pushes up the field, then he could maybe get a little bit forward and help you in attack. But I think as a pure defender, as a DM with a shadow, that is one of the best DM cards in the entire game. French Ligue 1, absolutely stunning card. I 100% get why this guy is going to be a ridiculous price point. So there is Chua Mani, absolutely breathtaking. Now we have Emil Smith-Rowe. Another big-time card, right? Because he's 4-star, 5-star, Premier League. He's a little bigger in game than you would think, too. He's high, 6 foot. I've used his 84 inform. I got this guy, and he's a little bit bigger than I would anticipate he would be. He still moves pretty decently, but he is wider body than I would think that Emil Smith-Rowe would be in this game. Let's see. He has 91 shot power, great pace splits, very solid dribbling, great passing, immaculate passing. This guy would be a phenomenal cam or striker. Central cam or striker with that 4-star, 5-star. This guy will be a breathtaking player. An engine on him makes him that much more of a cam. You could put a hunter on him, make him that much better of a striker, or shooting like a cam that can maybe finish around the box as well. I think you can do a lot of stuff with this guy. Once again, a maestro could work for him, but not necessary at all. A hawk could help him as well if you want to boost his pace, shooting, and his physical stats, which could be of value too. This is just an unbelievable card. No two ways about it. Looks like a phenomenal, I would say cam. I would say as a pure cam in this game, looks absolutely brilliant. Now we have Vlahovic, who is transferred to Juventus, my team. So if I could get this guy, that'd be super great. He is 4-star, 4-star, which I believe is a boost. No, he's 4-star, 4-star on that card too. Okay. Is he just a 4-star, 4-star player? Okay, well then I got that wrong. He's 4-star, 4-star. He is, let's see, really nice dribbling stats, immaculate shooting stats. The passing is really poor, so you have to put an engine on him at the least. Let's see, an engine makes him that much more rapid, gives him at least 90 short passing. The passing is going to be a big issue with this card. He's 100% an out-and-out striker. You cannot play him anywhere else. And since his passing is low, that's where you're going to struggle. In those 1-2s, in those build-ups, can he fit? Because his physical stats are incredible. His shooting stats are incredible. Let's see. You know, his long passing is so low that I don't think it matters to boost that. You just have to boost the short passing with this guy. I'd put an engine on him. That's what I'd put on him. I'd put an engine, 99 dribbling, incredible agility and balance. That's what I'd put on this card to make him a beast. I think that he's maybe not as good as Chua Mani or Emil Smith-Rowe at their respective positions, but I do think he's a big-time card. He'll come down in price, I think, because of the fact that he's a Serie A player, but he is a brilliant striker. Like, I bet you he finishes everything around the net. And now we have a big boy, Jude Bellingham, who's coming in at 2 million coins already. Oh my god. He looks like the best card by a mile, to be fair. Look at that card. His lowest face card stats an 85, and then 88 after that. Just and like mid-prime Rude Hole advised with this guy. 4-star, 4-star, English, and like Bundesliga gives him a lot of versatility. At the end of the day, high work rates was exactly what you want. 97 stamina, brilliant. You don't need to touch his defending or physical stats, which gives you a lot of versatility in this card. He does everything. I mean, you can play him everywhere. Cam, box to box, DM, striker. If I dare, like, you could definitely play him as striker. I mean, this guy could do everything. Just a top class meta card. Can do everything in the game. Put a hunter on him. Put an engine on him. Boost that. I mean, look at the passing stats. Look at that card is so good. Wow. Better than half the team of the years. Wow. You can't go wrong. This is one where the chem style is indicative of where you play him, right? That's all there is to this card. Wherever you play this card is the chem style you give him. So that is your Future Stars team review. The bottom half of the team is not very sexy, but the top half, basically from like Damsgaard and Matthias Cunha, and then like Konate and up, those players are breathtaking. So there's your review. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Good luck in packing some Future Stars card, and we'll catch you for a video. Let's see, probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'll catch you for a video tomorrow.